Now, police here in Germany say they've caught a key suspect in a high-profile jewellery heist from 2019. Back then, thieves stole priceless historical jewels and artefacts from the famous Green Vault Museum in the eastern city of Dresden. Police made the latest arrest during a raid on a flat in Berlin on Monday night. Despite searches at more than a dozen locations, there's still no sign of the stolen loot. Let's get more from DW political correspondent Thomas Sparrow in Berlin. Welcome, Thomas. Let's start with this arrest. What happened?
Phil, this is certainly an important arrest for German police. This is a person, a 22-year-old man, as is being described, who had previously evaded police on various occasions, who has been described as the last main suspect directly linked to this heist in November 2019. Police have now arrested 5 people in total who are considered to have a direct link to the heist. And this person, the 22-year-old man that was arrested in Berlin, is also a relative of one of those who had been arrested previously. There were arrests in November 2020, in December 2020, and now this particular arrest. This opens more questions for authorities as they try not only to find out whether further people were involved in the heist, but also what happened to the items that were stolen. The 22-year-old person, but also the other 4 that had been arrested, are said to belong to a clan in Berlin that is linked to the criminal underworld.
Right. Now, this Green Vault heist made headlines around the world. Just remind us how big a deal this was.
Absolutely. It made headlines around the world when it happened in 2019. The whole process as well in the last few months has also got a lot of headlines here in Germany, and as such, it is certainly one of the most important developments in Germany's recent history when it comes to museum heists. The Green Vault in Dresden is one of the main touristic sites of the city, but it's also described, Phil, as one of Europe's biggest treasure collections. And in 2019, during that heist, very important items were stolen, items that have been described as of incalculable historical value. We're talking here of cufflinks, we're talking here of jewellery, we're talking here of swords, we're talking even of a very important white diamond. So this gives you an idea of just how important and how significant this is, and why authorities are particularly interested now in trying to find out what happened to these items, because one of the main fears that authorities have when it comes to these kinds of incidents is that the items are then destroyed and sold separately, or at least distributed separately, because obviously it is impossible to sell a sword or a very important diamond that people actually know about. So this is important for authorities, and it certainly opens up the possibility for them to try and identify some of the biggest clues linked to this very important heist.
OK, so one suspect in custody. Where does that leave the investigation?
It leaves the investigation with the 2 key questions that I already stressed. One, exactly what happened to those stolen items, and the second important issue, whether other people were involved. Authorities do believe that other people could have been involved in an assistive role, so not directly as the 5 people that I already mentioned, but assisting in other ways. So this is where authorities are now looking towards, and this is what authorities now are trying to resolve.
All right, DW political correspondent Thomas Sparrow, thank you.